Today we're going to be having a look at another bag from the folks over at Horror Pack. Every single month, yes, every single month, Jeremy. Every single month the Horror Pack delivers to you a selection of horror-related either movies or Blu-rays right to your door. That's how it happens. Interested in subscribing to the Horror Pack? Click the link down below and you can subscribe today. Not quite sure what exactly you would get in one Horror Pack? Well, feast your eyes on what you're about to behold here in the next couple of minutes as I open up this bad boy and find out inside what movies we got for this month, which I believe this month, at least for the Horror Pack, is March 2018. So let's get this opened up and find out exactly what movies we got for the Horror Pack March 2018 bag. By the way, as well, some reviewers who have opened these, usually they either come in boxes or bags. I think because if the person that's opening this is, say, in the US, I think they tend to ship them in boxes. I get mine in bags because I guess they save costs to ship to Canada. So just in case you're wondering why some people open these up in boxes, and I'm opening this up in bags, hopefully I've clarified that. We're going to bring in Big Mama Red, who apparently was on a not long enough vacation. She's now back, hanging out with the rest of us. We're going to go ahead and use her, and we're going to go ahead and open up the bag. I've talked long enough. You guys have places you need to go, so I'm not going to wait any longer, delay this any longer. Let's open this up, rip it open. Try not to get debris everywhere in the process. And I'm going to just reach in with the palm of my hand and pull out one title at a time. We'll look at it, we'll discuss, we'll digest, and then we'll go back into the bag and pull out until all four movies, yes, 4 movies are revealed. Pulling out the first movie, we have The Right, starring Anthony Hopkins, a movie I've never seen. It's inspired by true events, and it also includes a chilling alternate ending. The read-up says, a very small read-up says, meet Father Gary Thomas, the Vatican-ordained exorcist whose life story inspired the film. Go inside the actual exorcism academy and share eyewitness accounts of real-life exorcisms. Actually, I think that is the features. But we go back and up to the top and read it. Inspired by true events, this supernatural thriller follows a seminary student, Colin O'Donoghue, sent to study exorcism at the Vatican in spite of his own doubts about the controversial practice and even his own faith. Only when sent to an apprentice, his legendary father, Lucas, played by Anthony Hopkins, who has performed thousands of exorcisms, does his armor of skepticism begin to fall, drawn into a troubling past that seems to transcend even Father Lucas's skills. The young seminarian glimpses a phenomenal science that can't explain or control, and an evil so violent and terrifying that it forces him to question everything he believes. That seems like it's a much better read-up than the read-up I started with down below. Release date on this is, let's find out. I'm looking all the way around, I'm looking around. It's 114 minutes, that I can tell you. I don't see the release date. It's probably like poking me in the eye right now. I do not see it. Oh, 2011. It's actually right there, 2011. The Right, never seen it. Give it a try. That's one of the beauties, actually, of the Horror Pack, is every single month getting randomly selected movies. You may get movies that you've never watched. That's been the case many a times. Another one, Silent House, inspired by true events. Now, it's funny, not really so much a ha-ha funny story, but I was battling the flu, I guess 3 weeks ago, had 102 temperature for about 4 days, didn't eat anything, but I did watch movies. That was basically what I went through, like, just the most random selection of horror movies I went through. I watched 976 Evil, I watched Fright Night, the remake Fright Night, and I also watched this. I also watched Phantom of Paradise. Like I said, I was all over the place. Tourist Trap. I did watch this movie for the first time. I had it on DVD for the longest time. Decided to give it a watch. It's not what you think it is. And the big claim to this movie is the fact that it's shot in such a way that it looks like it's one continuous shot. That would be, of course, impossible for set and crew to be able to accomplish that. But it's shot in such a way that it looks like it's a continuous shot from the very beginning of the movie to the very end of the movie. Not bad. It's definitely not what I thought it was going to be. It starts one way, and it ends very drastically different. I can't say that I disliked it. I did find it interesting, but it's not one of those movies I could go back and watch on repeat, three-peat, and quad-peat. I'm making up words. Read-up says, Elizabeth Olsen, Martha Marcy May Marlene, okay, stars in this suspenseful, edge-of-your-seat thriller, presented in real time as one shocking, uninterrupted shot. When Sarah, played by Olsen, finds herself sealed inside her family's secluded lake house with no contact to the outside world, panic soon turns to terror as events become increasingly ominous. Directed by filmmaking duo Chris Kentis and Laura Lau, who also did Open Water, it's a tension-filled journey that Scott Mans of Access Hollywood raves is beyond terrifying. Clever, gripping, intense, and scary as hell. Yes, I said hell. The release date on this, I believe, yes, 2013, so not too long ago. And the runtime, if I can see it here. Oh, 1 hour, right there. 1 hour, 26 minutes. It's a bit of a slow burn of a movie. Doesn't really, it takes its time. You have to really kind of sit down and be committed to a movie like that. So, Silent House. The next one, Psycho Killer. Psycho Killer. Again, never heard of it. Gonna give it a watch. This stars Malcolm McDowell. Man, he's done a lot of movies. And Kate Daly. By the way, as well, it's a horror-packed limited edition movie. A doe-eyed, knife-wielding killer is on the loose in a small town, slicing and dicing of men of questionable intent. As brutality leaves a town littered with corpses, her unquenchable bloodlust is lost on her young lover. Love is blind as he pursues her regardless of the obvious warning signs of the obvious... He pursues her regardless of obvious warning signs, let me just backtrack on that one, of psychosis. Will he meet his end at the end of her blade? Interesting. 83 minutes, so it's not a very long movie. Malcolm McDowell. What's your favorite Malcolm McDowell movie? Let me know down below. I do really like, was it Time After Time? Or Time and Time Again? What was that movie? Time travels. It's about time. Time and Time Again? Time is of the essence? I don't know. And the last one we have is Bram Stoker's Dracula, directed by Francis Ford Coppola. This, by the way, is the collector's edition. Gary Oldman, Winona Ryder, and Academy Award winner Anthony Hopkins, 1991 Best Actor in Leading Role of Silence of the Lambs, star in Oscar-winning director Francis Ford Coppola's 1974 Best Director of Godfather Part 2, visually stunning, passionately seductive version of the classic Dracula legend. In Bram Stoker's Dracula, Coppola returns to the original source of the Dracula myth, and from that gothic romance, he creates a modern masterpiece. Gary Oldman's metamorphosis as Dracula, who grows from old to young, from man to beast, is nothing short of amazing. Winona Ryder brings equal intensity to the role of young beauty who becomes the object of Dracula's devastating desire. Anthony Hopkins co-stars as the famed doctor who dares to believe in Dracula and then dares to confront him. Opulent, dazzling, and utterly irresistible, this is a Dracula as you've never seen him. And once you've seen Bram Stoker's Dracula, you'll never forget it. Truly a masterpiece, let me just say. I may have already had this movie on Blu-ray. I don't think this movie has really gotten any other release other than this one here. But the only thing I didn't like about this, Keanu Reeves. What I don't like about most movies that Keanu Reeves is in, Keanu Reeves. Did like Speed, though, and I like The Matrix. Bram Stoker's Dracula, but the most terrifying thing about Bram Stoker's Dracula, Keanu Reeves' accent. It's, dare I use the word, deplorable. Okay, I'll use the word deplorable. It's terrible. So there are your movies for this go-around, this batch of horror-themed movies from the folks over at Horror Pack. Let's run through that together. Got Bram Stoker's Dracula. Got Psycho Killer. I'd be interested in checking that out. Silent House, movie I just watched while being sick. And a movie I've never ever seen, The Right. I may even actually have this on DVD, just never have watched it. All of these movies can be directed right to your door, Mr., Mrs., via either Blu-ray or DVD, depending on your format. And all of this can be at your disposal by clicking the link down below and subscribing to the Horror Pack. This was the Horror Pack for March 2018. 2018. If you guys, or girls, or owls, or hounds of the Baskerville have not had a chance to hit that little subscribe button down below, I think it's the Baskerville. Somebody's going to call me on it. 15 minutes of video and somebody calls me on the last few seconds. I entertain thee. Hit the little subscribe button below this video. In fact, you'll see it probably right, maybe like right there. And subscribe to this channel, which content is flowing like a running stream. Oh, seems like there's new videos on this channel. I should know. I record them. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.